Get those nerds! Nerd! Nerd!
It's Monday night on Blog Talk Radio. It's time for the nerds to come out.
You see me mowing my front lawn. I know they're all thinking I'm so white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. Here at MIT, got skills, I'm a champion of D&D. MC Escher, that's my favorite MC. Keep your 40, I'll just have an Earl Grey tea. My rims never spin, to the contrary. You'll find that they're quite stationary. All of my action figures are cherry. Stephen Hawking's in my library. White and nerdy. Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.
You're listening to Nerd Wave Radio. Hey, I'm Derek, this is Terry. You are watching Nerd Wave Radio on YouTube. You're listening to it on Blog Talk Radio. We've got a lot of things today. Last week went well, don't you think?
I think so.
It
was my first time. I had a blast.
I think it went very well. I'm going to turn this down here just a little. There you go. I do. Maybe it was Mindy. It was Mindy. Mindy Speranza.
Mindy. It was Mindy.
It was Mindy Speranza. Mindy Speranza came into the chat room at the end. It was fantastic. We're waiting to see if Mindy comes back.
I'm hoping.
Yes. Hey, if you want to get a hold of us, you can go to nerdwavetonight@gmail.com. You can also check us out on our, let's see, what is it? What the heck is it? What is our thing? Where is it? I'm all over the place here. I can't find my little thing. I'll find it. Hold on. I'm going backwards. There we go. Going backwards.
There it is.
And ba-boom,
there.
there. Got it right there. Nerdwaveradio.com's got a whole bunch of things on it. As you can see, there's last week's... that's not... is that last week's show? No, that's
Marvel's Avengers.
Right. If you go down a little bit further, you will see YouTube. If you click that, kabam, right to YouTube. If you go to our mobile page at m.nerdwaveradio.com, under videos... This week's will be there in a couple days. You'll see last week's. Last week we talked about Leonard Nimoy. Yep. Added a few things to the set here. Did you notice my little shelf that was set up here? Did you see the shelf?
I did notice, yes.
Here's something that's very interesting, and I was very excited about it. You can also check out our Facebook. Before I say that, nerdwaveradio.com. is our webpage. Nerdwave Radio is our Facebook. Have you been noticing what I've been putting on Nerdwave Radio? You probably don't even look at the Facebook. It's a little bit... I'm sorry. It's a little bit different. I've been throwing a lot of Game of Thrones stuff in there.
Yes, I did notice that. I do go there once in a while.
Is Game of Thrones nerdy? Is that a nerd thing?
I'd say so, yes. I would say so. It's gory.
I hope so.
Nerdy, but...
I hope so. Throw it. I've been throwing a lot of Game of Thrones thing on there, so go and check out our Facebook at Nerdwave Radio. I was saying that one of the strange things was doing... today, my son and I were watching some of the Big Bang Theory,
right?
The last season, and in the background, up on the shelf, you know how they have all their crap up on the shelf? I saw Superman.
I saw Superman.
Yep.
I saw him too.
Yep, you saw him.
Is it the same one though?
It's the same one. Same exact one.
Because I caught it right at the last minute.
I paused
and I thought, wait a minute. Oh, see, no, that's what I should have done.
Yep, I paused it. And I thought, and I said to Jacob, bam, that's the Superman right there.
That's my Superman.
We're going to be doing a lot of things tonight. We're going to be talking about retro sci-fi. I'm going to be asking Terry what the heck that is. You're a big retro sci-fi guy.
I think so.
Isn't that right?
I think so, yeah. I love old black and white sci-fi movies. Oh, I love them.
But first we're going to do Space Junk, and the reason I'm going to do Space Junk is I went to a yard sale. They started early.
It was nice out.
Whenever I go to yard sales, I'm looking for crap that I can resell or stuff that can go in the studio for each one of the shows. And while I was there, I found...
Space Junk.
I found Space Junk. Not only Space Junk, but Space Junk that said Star Wars on it.
Is that the actual box?
This is the actual box.
Oh.
Yep, see, it says Star Wars right there.
All right.
Star Wars junk. So here's what I found, okay? I found these straws, and I'm thinking, okay, these are, all right, in the packet, okay? Then I found these cups, and they are Pizza Hut Kentucky Fried Chicken, Taco Bell, Pepsi cups.
Right.
And I'm thinking, okay, and I'm looking at them like, what the heck
They're
is
the collectible series in plastic.
That's what I found out, a little collector. And then I'm thinking, that's the ugly cup. There's nothing on that.
There's nothing there.
Who the heck is that? I don't know Star Wars. What the heck? Then I find out.
You got the lid.
In the pack. In the pack. Look at this. In the pack. Bam.
You have the lids that go to all of them.
I only have 3 of them. I don't have R2-D2.
But I mean,
I have all the cups and all the lids.
Right. So
and
you
all
got
the
matching cups and lids.
And all the straws in the packet.
Oh, even the straws.
I had the straws in the packet, and I'm thinking, oh, the straws go to it. Right there.
Yoda?
Yoda.
Oh, he was the one with the brown.
He's the one with the brown. He goes on just like this. Kabammy. Look at that. That's a beauty. Boom. Right there. In the packet. Princess Amidala. These things are huge. In the packet.
Oh,
Never
my
been
goodness.
opened. Princess Amidala.
No
Check
way.
her out. Yeah.
She's
Princess
a hottie.
Amidala.
I don't know so much about in plastic, but
I'm thinking this is Jar Jar Binks.
yeah.
Is that Jar Jar?
That one away. Yeah.
Okay, Jar Jar's an idiot. So anyway, it goes with the straws, and I'm thinking I should sell it. And then I get down in the bottom of the thing, a Mountain Dew can that hasn't even been opened. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, hasn't even been opened. I'm like, that's worth absolutely nothing. But
Not true. It's aluminum.
you can put it on the table and hope that it doesn't explode. And then
It's a ticking
I found a
time
whole
bomb.
bunch of crap that had nothing to do with Star Wars. I found, look at these. These are
Is that
the Happy Meals
Happy Meal.
that really don't have anything to do with Star Wars at all. And then I found this is hilarious. So what we're going to do is I'm going to see if we can put those up, see what we can do with those. But we want to find it. And then this was funny. In the book, this had nothing to do with Star Wars. The Wordless Travel Book. Right there, the Wordless Travel Book. And what it is you take it on your travels, and if you don't know the foreign word, you point.
Oh, so if you're in
Yes.
China and you're trying to
Yes.
find the nearest bathroom,
Exactly. But
you would flip that
my
out.
wife was looking through it, and I don't know where it's at, so I'm going to look for it a little bit. And if I can't find it, I can't find it. But yeah, see, here's like bathroom, dentist. Where's the dentist? Where's this at? But I'm going to look for it real quick because she said it was in here and she didn't. I thought it was funny. So I'm going to look for it and see. I don't know where it's at, but somewhere in here, she said, is a UFO. It's a UFO, man. I don't even know where it's at, but she said there's a little
But see,
UFO
now,
in there.
Perhaps that works for foreigners visiting our country.
Well,
They
what would you
point at
use the
that,
UFO for?
And we would go, oh, Area 51.
Area 51.
I know where that's at.
You should be over in England. It's Stonehenge, you moron. You're in the wrong country. I don't. Oh,
they
here
have
he
it?
is
Do they have a Stonehenge?
with a little alien. There he is, right
enough,
there.
Sure enough.
Excuse me, sir. Looking for alien, little green man? Oh, Area 51. Oh,
No,
you're
no, I
looking
like
for
the little Buddha guy on
You're
top
looking
of the
for the
mountain.
Star Wars.
I'm looking for enlightenment. Can you tell me how to get there?
Anyway, another thing that we found in there, and we're going to try this out. It is the Star Wars Galactic Phrase Book and Travel Guide. Beeps, bleeps, boskas, and other common intergalactic verbiage. So here's what we're going to try and do. I'm going to give, and here's where all the nerds are just going to be like, what the heck?
You're not
They're gonna
pronouncing that wrong.
They're going to be watching, you're going to be watching this on YouTube, or they're listening to it on Blog Talk, and they're thinking to themselves, what a moron. I'm going to say that first and foremost, I could give a rat's ass about Star Wars. I'm just telling you that. Okay, bam, don't care, don't know, but it's part of the whole nerd thing, but it's not my nerd thing. But we've got something in here, and I don't know if it's bocce, I don't know who it is. Obviously, it says you are able to fold time organically. You'll be traveling to your destination by spacecraft. Let's assume you're a passenger on one of the shuttles, starliners, or intercommerce vessels that follow the standard trajectories. Aside from the basic, you will need a knowledge of bocce, whatever. I'm going to read it like a Klingon because that's the only kind of foreign space language I care about. So I'm going to give you a phrase. You tell me what it means. Okay?
All right.
Pis dos gravitor dal pintel.
Your dog pooped on my lawn. Come pick it up.
Little bit. Can you turn the gravity down a little bit? Mis pizza.
My peas are my peas are cold.
I'm space sick. In Flinis Topi Lopez.
There's phlegm between my toes.
Where's my luggage? Here's a good one. This is a good one right here. Okay. Cosmacos.
I can't say that on the radio.
Cosmacos. Cosmacos.
What's that one mean?
Cosmacos means I have insurance.
No, mine wasn't even near.
It wasn't even close. All kinds of things in here. We're looking at this. There's place for getting a haircut.
So it's almost like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
A little bit. I think a little bit.
But for the Star Wars crowd.
But you can do it in, here's counting in Houthis. Houthis? Houtisi? Huttese. This thing's going to kill me. Nobo bodopa duba fwana kawana kita goba hunta biska baboba goboba jaboba saboba kaboba faboba danocha hanocha bahonocha dohonocha daahonocha jujuman. There you go, right there.
Somebody had to think of this stuff.
That's right.
And then take the time to write it out.
God, it's crazy. That could get us into a whole lot of trouble when you're talking about foreign language.
They probably made a lot of money off of it, too. That's what really bugs me.
I know. They make,
I didn't think of it.
illegal aliens right here over the fence, over the wall. All I need to know is if they're so good for the economy, why weren't they so good for the economy in Mexico? I just don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, Star Wars Galactic Phrasebook and Travel Guide. I found it in a box called Star Wars. And you know how much I paid for the box? You do know because I told you.
You told me $3.
I paid $3 for all that. I don't know if any of that's worth anything, but we're going to throw something on there. We're going to figure it out.
I like the dollar one.
Here's the thing. Do you open it up?
I know, because the minute you do that, the value of it goes into the crapper.
Here's the deal, though, and this is what throws people off. Okay, again, my Star Wars, it's not worth anything anyway. So you know what we're gonna do?
What?
We're opening up Yoda, by golly. We're gonna figure out how this goes. Rip this guy open. Everybody who cares about this stuff, close your eyes and cringe.
Turn away.
Turn away because
no, the horror.
Yeah. There you go, boom. And you got to open up a straw that goes with it. Look at that.
Look at that. Cool.
Put that on there. See how it looks. Look at that. Put it on there. Let's see how it looks.
How does the straw go in there?
I don't know.
How does the straw go in there?
I do not know, but I'm going to open up the straw. We've just dropped $2 off the $4 value right there.
What I want to know, and I seen this on there it is. It's in the back of it. It's like, here, take that.
Take that. Ooh. There you have it.
Sorry, tears.
There it is. Boom.
There you go.
Right there. We're going to set him on there, and we're leaving him right here.
Drink from my backside, Luke.
That's what we should probably do. That's what we put our drink in. I just pour my Mountain Dew in it. That'd be fantastic.
It's like he's saying, boo!
He's like, big my ears are. Look, scary. Scary me.
What I want to know, though, in the movie...
Yep. Uh-huh.
I
haven't seen any of them
for the first time.
Okay.
Luke meets him.
All right.
And this is supposed to be the wisest, smartest Jedi of all time.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
He's fascinated by this little light.
No, mine, give me.
He doesn't know anything about
You're the
light.
wise guy?
I know, you're the smart dude. Hey, little green guy, it's no big deal. I don't know what the problem is.
Flashlight.
I don't know what the problem is.
I like how Luke got all upset.
Playing
Give
with
me that
this.
back. It's my flashlight.
And people who are going to watch on YouTube are going to be like, "Why does he keep playing with this?" And I'm just playing with my earpiece, and so I'm just shoving it back there. So if you get all upset that I'm doing that, stop watching. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. So there you go. Should we open up the other ones?
Sure, why not?
Let's throw open
Let's see how many people we can make mad.
Princess
No, don't
Princess
do it.
Amidala. Let's see here. Princess Amidala, opening up the space junk.
They probably don't care if we open
This
up
must
Jar
be
Jar
her.
Binks. He was like the most hated character
I know
ever
it.
on Star
This
Wars.
must be her right there. We're opening up the space junk. For those of you who are on Blog Talk Radio, we're ripping up these Star Wars, and they're probably worth all of about $3.99.
Probably somebody out there going, I would have given you $30 for that.
Too late.
Yeah.
Pop her on the top there, stick her strong. I don't know where it. Oh, there it is.
It's,
back
it's
there.
in her back again. They all
There
get
you go.
stabbed. We're backstabbers.
Boom. There you go. That can't be right. Star
got
Wars is in the front. I think she should be turned around because yeah.
it's part of her dress.
that's part of her dress right
dressed
there.
her
There you
wrong.
go.
I feel
What
bad.
the heck, man?
I feel bad.
Get there you
she
go.
is.
There's Princess. I think that's Princess
She's in
Amidala.
the yeah.
Not quite sure. The funny thing is, oh wait a second. Wait a second. Which did we do? That doesn't look right at all. You got to turn that around because his feet are over to the side.
Oh, I've done. Oh, I put him on there backwards too. There we go.
Here's the thing. I don't know if I got the right
He's even got little
cups.
feet.
Oh, that looks like Jar Jar, doesn't the bottom of Jar Jar there?
Yeah.
There's
like I
Jar
said,
Jar.
Nobody cares.
Open up, everybody. The funny thing is, I got 4 straws and 3 cups. So something I can, and you know the one I'm missing? R2D2.
Yeah. Now that would probably be the one
That's
would
worth
be the
money.
most-
That's worth
Right.
money. Absolutely.
You know what you could have done is looked first.
Yep.
And then found out if they were worth anything.
I
before
did.
Oh.
$3.99 on eBay.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Well,
going
never
through all
mind.
that crap. They look
Yeah.
better on our set.
Yeah. Exactly.
There you go.
Except for Jar Jar.
The Jar Jar we gotta leave in there. There you go. Star Wars people. Anybody who loves it.
Oh,
hoo
he is-
hoo.
Oh, they move.
They do.
I
don't
did
think-
not know that. Look, he can wave.
Misa,
Oh,
Yusa, Misa.
So here we go. We can go from look at my ears to calm down, be settled. Here, look at that. See, look at that. Look at that. She's
I
like
realize-
she's calling the congregation up
Yeah,
or
it looks
something.
like.
Anyway, there.
Oh.
There we go.
Jar Jar Binks is not
I'm
cooperating.
knocking over everything here. I just knocked over.
They're a little top heavy.
Yeah, they are top heavy. So there we go. We've added to that. We've got now. My question for you is: that's the space junk that I found. Here's my question for you:
Yes.
Is Star Wars this right here, Episode 1? I think probably something like that.
Looks like it, yes.
Is that retro sci-fi?
I would say not.
Is
No,
the
it's still too new.
first one that came out, which I consider Episode 4?
Right.
Is
I'm gonna
that-
say,
is Star-
I'm going to say no, not
Oh,
retro.
the other thing that I want to throw in there, right behind Terry's left shoulder, also in the space junk box that I found, 1995 Star Wars calendar. Anybody who wants any of this crap, email us. Email us at nerdwavetonight@gmail.com, and if you want it, I'll put it in a box and send it to you. Because
But we've already opened it and played with it.
we've
so
already played with it, so you know
Keep that in mind.
it's gone down from $3.99 to probably $1.15,
50 cents.
which you probably bought these for like $2.75 when they came
Yeah.
out. So they're probably worth. Anyway,
Collector item.
so you'd say that's retro then?
No, because
No, I mean like the fourth, like the first Star Wars, like.
I wouldn't think so.
You wouldn't. Okay, how far
Not
back?
retro.
And that's one of the things that we were talking about is this idea of this retro sci-fi.
Right.
Talking about some of the old sci-fis. I know nothing about the old, except I know some. Lost in Space.
Yeah. that's
I
retro.
mentioned to you the other day the little marionette guys. Do you remember that? You looked it up, and it
Yes.
was like Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds are Go.
Thunderbirds are Go.
They
And-
were puppets.
Yep. And
Actual
here's
puppets.
yeah. And so, what are some of the other ones that you remember?
Let's see. Space 1999. Loved that show. Of course.
How old?
Star
How
Trek.
old is that?
That was back in the 70s. 75, 76.
Okay. That's yeah. That how far back does it have to go before it's retro for you? Give me a.
I would say at least the 70s. For me, of course, you know, I'm a little bit older. I'm not going to say how old, but I would say the 70s for me would be retro. You know, Lost in Space. My favorite Martian, definitely retro, but those are like in the 60s.
Wasn't there like Sequest?
Yeah, there was a Sequest.
Who was Johnny?
Johnny Quest?
Johnny Quest.
That was a cartoon.
Yes, that was a
Loved it.
that's right.
He had his little dog, Bandit. That was his name.
Yeah, that's exactly right. What I'm looking up, because I thought I saw something, and so I'm looking it up. But I thought they were doing kind of a reboot of Thunderbirds Are Go, and I was wondering if they were going to do it in the marionette style.
I hope so.
It doesn't seem to be coming up right now, but I'm going to find that during the break. Now, for retro for you, does it have to be black and white?
Not necessarily. No.
So things like and what about what am I thinking of?
Saturday morning TV.
Yeah,
show.
I'm thinking a lot of the Saturday morning, but you gave it to me before we went on the air. War of the Worlds, the first one.
Yeah, the original.
Okay, the original.
1969.
And then the reboots come out with Tom Cruise and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was still good. My wife really liked that one, which I did too, but I don't think it holds a candle to the original.
What's the best one? Because later on we're going to do a crapper or keeper, and I'm going to be looking up retro sci-fi
movie.
Best retro sci-fi.
One that I catch every time it's on. Them. I love that show.
Them.
THEM. Them.
Is it? And that's what it's about. It's about them.
Giant ants.
Not a. Oh dang! It's an ant show.
Yes. Giant ants. Hello.
Then we had this thing last week about Ant-Man, that crapper. Come on. Ants,
right.
how can it be big deal about ants? I don't understand. Obviously, they come in as big
They're
pinchers.
mutated. Well, this is back in the 60s where the big scare...
Oh, they're mutated.
Yeah, the big scare was the atomic bomb.
Sure.
So, and that's what this was. It was near the atomic testing ground, and they're huge. They're the size of a bus.
What about things like, for you, for like Night of the Living Dead?
I like the original.
Is that sci-fi? What falls
that'd be more
into
of-
sci-fi
wouldn't that be
for
horror?
you? I don't know. Are zombies sci-fi?
I would say zombies are horror until you get into the ones which...
I can tell you, The Walking Dead is horrible. I hate that. Isn't it funny? I'm on a Nerdwave show and I can't stand anything nerdy. I'm just dropping everything. If you happen to notice, I got my Tolkien books out there. Walking Dead. That's horror.
I would say that's horror, which is still, I guess, horror. But to me, I like zombie movies. I get into them; they're fun. But to actually sit there and think, "Oh, the zombie apocalypse could happen," no, their muscles are deteriorated, their brains are gone, they're dead. I like the ones that are plausible. It's a mutated disease.
Like the giant ant or
Yes.
the alien.
Yes.
The alien that comes down from space. Yeah.
Yes, the
yeah.
brain
Those
eaters from Mars.
ones that have
those are the ones I can believe in.
the deep roots in reality. I got that. Yeah, those are the good ones. Now, does it have to have something spacey to be sci-fi?
No.
Like
it could be a mad scientist sci-fi. Frankenstein basically is sci-fi.
what about Despicable Me? is that sci-fi cartoon?
Yeah,
He's a mad scientist.
He's a mad scientist. He's
the little minions.
He's got a spaceship. He goes to the moon. Sci-fi.
Okay. Do they have so? They don't have to. There doesn't have to be a leaving of the planet or a coming to the planet to be science.
Not necessarily.
Science
No.
fiction.
You could do inner space. That's science.
When
Martin Short, Inner Space. That was a good one.
What about movies like science? What?
I know you start drawing a blank, don't you?
Well, I had one in my head. The Inner Sanctum. I mean, they remember they used to have radio. I mean, when it was just radio, that's like, of course,
Right.
the original War of the Worlds on radio.
Yeah, they created
Yeah.
And it was a show, and it actually created a panic. People thought it was real.
Somewhat of a panic, yeah, and people thought it was real.
Back
at a
then, they
certain
weren't
time.
very smart.
Yeah.
Not like us today.
Because steeped in the reality of science, and see, that's what I don't get. That's what I don't get. How can it, when you talk about it's got to be kind of plausible and real, but isn't that part of the name, science fiction?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
It's made up.
Okay. I don't know. And of course, then the big channel came out, Sci-Fi, and then they went all hipster on us and changed their lettering, SYFY. I don't know why they did that.
trying to get hip.
I was reading a lot on the internet this week about retro sci-fi and talking to people about sci-fi I talked a little bit to you about sci-fi. It was the idea of when did sci-fi go bad? I mean, wasn't the original idea of that was, okay, we're going to put together a science fiction and we're going to play, science fiction, which is all bad. There's really no good sci-fi when you're talking. I know what I'm saying is, because I have a different idea, although that's not true. There are some that I don't like, not the giant ants. Don't like that. Do like some of the older zombie movies, but there's a lot of crazy. Here's an idea: Sharknado, sci-fi, science fiction. Hey,
technically, yeah.
Sharks get caught up. Sharknado 2.
How many did they make?
More sharks? Well,
Come
they
on,
actually
really?
they
But
started.
that's not plausible to me.
Oh, there's the line.
But brain eaters from Mars.
Right
Those
there. Yeah. The mad scientist is plausible.
I can see that happening.
That has the shrink ray or the big giant gun that can, suck
up
people up or whatever. But shark getting caught in a tornado,
That's just crazy.
there's the line. That's just nutty.
That's the line. You got to draw it someplace.
That's just nutty. There's all different kinds of sci-fi. Now, we see on the screen here this whole idea of, were there a lot of sci-fi comics? And if so, did you read them?
Yes. I wish I'd have brought them. I have some at home. Epic, like I said, they're no longer in production, which really made me sad when they went out.
Now, what do you mean by epic? Is that
That was the title of the adult-oriented illustrated magazine. Graphic novel.
It's kind of like a graphic. Not too much graphic.
It was a collection of stories.
Okay.
Like Heavy Metal, the magazine, not the music. It's a collection of stories.
Don't know anything about that. So it's just a collection of stories then?
Yeah, short stories, drawn.
Okay.
Usually fairly good stories. I must admit, when I first started reading them back in the early 80s, the stories were real good. Now they're kind of weird. Some are getting a little strange. I can't follow them.
Well, wouldn't you just run out of science fiction stories?
I think that's what they're
We've
doing.
been
That's
to
why
every
these ones are
we've
just-
been to
I don't
every
get it.
planet. We've had every sort of thing, and people talk about that all the time. Of can you come up with a different story? We had talked about that before when Harry was here on Nerdwave Radio. Was the idea of just coming up with the idea of a new superhero?
Right, and that's what we mentioned it last week.
We mentioned it last week too, didn't we? Yeah.
They're all out of superpowers. Everything's been used. I mean, just all kinds of crazy.
So is it now? We just reboot everything.
I think that's what they're kind of doing.
So
It's like,
in 2016, there's going to be a $400 million movie about them.
Probably.
Except the ants will be real cool, and people will go to it.
The special effects will be a lot better.
That's
I
crazy.
think that's what I loved about the old ones. Special effects were horrible.
They were.
And yet they were so wonderful at the same time.
You know what I always think of? Here's a good example, and you tell me, is this science fiction? The very first King Kong.
Yes.
Is that how is that science fiction? That's like nature fiction to
Actually,
me.
I guess,
isn't it?
I'm going to have to
I don't
want to
talk you out of it. I don't want to talk you out of it.
Well, there's actually no science in it. It's a mutated gorilla.
I'm just wondering where the line
He's a
is
huge-
for science fiction.
I'm assuming it's a lost island that time stood still. And
But
he's a
when
big
I think
gorilla.
of really crappy, a lot of people love the kind of claymation look.
Yes.
Remember the very first King Kong?
Yes,
It was like he was a
stop
little guy, and they moved him a little bit, and then they moved him a little. Stop action,
all that's left of him is a little metal skeleton. His body just withered away.
His body withered away.
gone.
But I'm wondering, is that science fiction? Where's the realm? And I think that's what Sci-Fi, the channel, kind of tried to figure out. Now, so they've started coming up with some cool ideas that have to do. I like Face Off.
I love that show.
That's on Sci-Fi,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes, it is. Love that show. Excellent show.
And then they also tried the Muppet engineering people.
I watched a few episodes of that. I don't think that
Jim
one,
Henson's.
yeah.
I don't think that went
It made
very
one
long.
season. I did watch it though. I thought it was interesting.
Cosplay, that kind of thing, where people do the dress up and everything.
Then they go against one another. Didn't I watched
Yeah.
like one episode and was like, whoa.
What about the classic things like Mary Beth Shelley, like Frankenstein? Is that
far as-
is that's Sci-Fi then? That's science fiction.
You know what? Sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
It's
you
a mixture.
You consider Frankenstein to be sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
There's Frankie right there.
He's a mad scientist.
Yep. Yeah.
Puts together a guy, uses electricity. Come on.
I'm trying to figure that out. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk more sci-fi. We're also going to have a couple things of Crapper or Keeper and Guess the Bean. So we want you to stay with us. During the break here, we're going to play something. If you're watching on YouTube when it comes out, make a comment down there. See if you can figure out what it is that we're playing, because it's just the movie. It's just the music to an opening theme song of something that you watched as a kid.
Yep.
Is that exactly right?
Yes.
That's what it is. So we're going to take a break, and we want you to stay with us right here on the other side of the break. You're listening to Nerd Wave Radio right here on Blog Talk Radio and YouTube. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Nerd Wave Radio. I'm Derek. This is Terry. Hello. Talking with Jar Jar Binks. We opened up, went to a yard sale and picked up a whole box of Star Wars stuff for $3. Got a whole bunch of crap. These cups, we opened them up. They were into plastic. Boom. We've ruined them.
We ruined them.
Here they are. If you're looking at it on YouTube and you're like, you know what, I have everything in my entire Star Wars collection except those. Nerdwave tonight at gmail.com. Pay for shipping and I'll give them to you. That's it. So if you want them, they're out there. Otherwise, they're going to stay here on. They'll probably be pushed to the back and
they're top heavy. They fall over.
I'm feeling bad now that Princess Amidala is actually in front of Gandalf. So wouldn't it be cool if they made those so that it popped on here and there was a huge Gandalf right here? I got a cup here from The Hobbit. Yeah. That would be awesome. We're talking about retro sci-fi, and here's kind of what we're going to do. I'm just going to go on the internet here, and I'm just going to Google retro sci-fi, and I'm going to see what I come up with, and then I'm going to tell you that show, and you're either going to say, yeah, I know that, or no, I don't know that at all.
Was we going to tell them the name of the theme song?
No.
We're going to hold off on that.
We're going to hold off on that. What we want you to do is, if you're listening to it on Blog Talk Radio, you can go into the chat room, or you can email us at nerdwavetonight@gmail.com, or if you're listening on YouTube, and or if you're watching on YouTube, excuse me, and you know what it is. Email us at nerdwavetonight@gmail.com. The first email that we get, okay?
Right.
It's because it's marked. Right. We get the first one. They're going to get that book. Where's my book?
The wordless
You're
travel
gonna
book?
you're gonna get the Star Wars Galactic Phrase Book and Travel Guide free of charge, man. We're gonna send it to you if you can name the theme song that was playing during it. Hopefully YouTube won't.
Do we give them a hint?
No. Hopefully YouTube won't kick
tried.
us off for playing it. If they do, then we'll have to edit the crap out of this. But if you know what it is, nerdwavetonight@gmail.com. First email that we get right, we'll get back to you. We'll get your address. I'll send you the Star Wars if you're a big, huge Star Wars Galactic fan, or if you want one of these. Boom. We'll give you one of those.
There you go. There you go.
If you want either the Star Wars Galactic Phrase Book.
I think you can kiss Yoda goodbye. I would take Yoda over the three of them.
You can choose one of these cups. Okay? nerdwavetonight@gmail.com. Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I Googled it, and then I'm going to go to this one that says retro science fiction movies that everyone should see. Okay, so I don't want you looking over here at my screen.
Okay.
I'm just going to give these to you, and then you're going to tell me whether it's a crapper or whether it's a keeper.
Okay.
Okay?
Gotcha.
Let's see if I can find some of these. And you just tell me if you'd never heard of them. Okay, so they're listing a bunch of them right here.
That's going to be a bad thing. There were boy, back in the early days. There were a lot
some of them I don't think are maybe retro. First one is Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. Do you know that one?
I know that one. Keeper.
That's
it's
a
actually
keeper?
relatively new.
Is it? Oh, it's relatively new. Okay, so
But it was done in the old style, so that's why I like it.
So it's kind of retro, and I think what they're talking about is maybe newer ones that were done.
Oh, good point.
But done in a retro kind of look.
Right.
Okay?
Which this one was. I think it bombed at the box office.
Yeah,
I don't know. I liked it.
I'm looking at all these, and I know most of these, so I don't know that... Oh, there's a good one. Going to go right to it.
Uh-oh, which one?
Flash Gordon. Flash.
Oh, wait, that was the movie with...
There's the picture.
the big blonde guy,
Emperor
yeah.
Ming.
Yes.
Yeah. Wasn't his
he was a
name...
keeper.
Wasn't his name...
Max von Sydow.
No, I'm talking about Flash.
Oh.
Wasn't Flash... I can't
Flash
remember.
Gordon?
Yeah, I can't remember who Flash was. Anyway.
The actor or...
Yeah, the guy who started with a B, didn't it?
Bob.
Bob?
No.
Yeah, Bob Baxter. I can't remember. Oh, you know, that's going to bug me. That's going to bug me. So now
Look
I got
it up on
well, all I'm going to do is type in Flash Gordon, and it'll tell me.
Yeah.
It was Flash, right? He was.
Yeah, Flash Gordon. He was Flash. He was a football player in the remake.
Yep.
So that's why they called him Flash.
Originally, that's the actual. Okay, let me see if this is the actual comic. So let me look up. Here we go. 1980.
That would be it.
That would be it.
Yeah.
Let's see who was in that. A football player and the friends travel to blah de blah blah. Stars of it. That was Sam Jones, Max Van
Sam
Sydow.
Jones.
No, I'm thinking way back.
Oh.
I'm talking about the black and white one.
Oh, the black and white one.
Yeah.
You're talking old TV serials.
I'm talking old, man. I can't remember what his name was. I'm going to find that, though, and I'll get it to you. But you're a keeper on that one?
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's a classic.
What about Iron Giant?
The cartoon. I wish they'd make an Iron Giant 2.
Did you like that?
I loved it. I don't own it, but I would.
What about something called Buckaroo Banzai? Is that retro?
That's yes, campy retro.
What does that mean?
I think they're making fun of.
Oh, okay.
I hope. I laughed. I cried.
Here's a
it
good
was an
one.
emotional ton.
Here's a good one. Actually, saw Repo Man.
You know, I've never seen those ones.
Really?
I have not. Not Repo Man. I've heard about them.
There's an opera. It's an opera.
It's an actual opera. Isn't
It's
it?
an actual opera. I was introduced to it through my son Jacob's forensics. There was a girl on the forensics team who did a piece from Repo Man.
Really?
Yes,
For
and
school.
it was fantastic.
Really?
It was fantastic. I really
I've caught
enjoyed.
bits and pieces of it when it's come on the TV and whatnot. I've never seen the whole thing and not even a good portion of it.
Here's one, and I'm curious if you consider this to be retro. Back to the Future. Is that retro? Retro sci-fi? That's sci-fi, right?
Sci-fi.
That's
yeah.
sci-fi.
I wouldn't say retro though.
You wouldn't say retro. Okay, not retro.
I wouldn't think.
But would you keep it, or
Other
would you
than the
throw it?
mad
Would it be in the
scientist.
crapper? Or
keep
would you?
it.
You
Yeah,
got to
gotta
keep that.
Michael J. Fox. He's a cute little guy.
How about Back to the Future 2? I mean, is there any of them that you don't keep anymore? Or?
No, I'd keep all of them. Actually, I own all of those.
Oh, really?
We watch all 3 of them. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yes. I should say my daughter owns it, Jenna. She
Okay.
owns all 3 of them. But we sit down and watch them all the time.
And now here's one, and I think this probably is a movie from what I understand, there's a lot of reading. John Carter.
Oh, yes.
Did that come from a book?
It came from a book. Oh shoot.
Do you keep that, or you crapper? Crapper or keeper, John Carter?
The movie was.
I saw the
was
movie.
good. I loved how people were like, "Oh, that's his ripoff of." It was a ripoff of another movie, is what they were saying. I can't remember the
Yeah.
other movie.
Yeah.
But actually, John Carter was even written before. I can't.
So he really goes. He goes to another, and then he's bouncing
goes to
all over.
Mars.
He goes
Yeah.
to Mars.
Yeah.
I saw the movie.
Saves the planet.
I saw the movie, so I know this one. I'm. That's a crapper for me. That's
The
straight
books were
down the
better.
crapper. See, that's the thing. Everybody says that.
Edgar Rice Burroughs.
I don't know. Oh wait, I almost had it.
Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Okay, you ready? Got it. I got it. It just came into my head. Tell me if this is... No, that's not right. That's not right at all. I had it flash in my head. For some reason, I wanted to say Buster Keaton, but that's not Buster Keaton.
No,
There's something like that.
he was a comedy guy.
I've got to find that out. What do I put in? Who played Flash Gordon in the black and white? Is that what I'm looking for?
Yeah, old Flash Gordon.
Old
Flash Gordon.
Like an
Flash
old
Gordon
one.
cereal.
You know, back in his 80s when he was old, the old Flash Gordon.
That always cracked. Well, when they had the Superman was a TV series.
Right.
That cracks me up when I look at the Superman. He was like
something.
an old dude. Which,
Black
I don't
and
know,
white.
Obviously, Superman can age, but
Flash Gordon, where? Oh, man.
yeah, try to. Find
Okay, this one says was played by Gail Gordon.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, then that's not
Because
who.
it was
That's
odd
not who I
because
was thinking
his
of.
last name was the same as Flash Gordon, and his name was
Okay,
Gil
that's
Gordon.
not who I was thinking of at all.
Oh.
God, that was way off. It was way
Such a
off on
letdown.
that. I'm going to go back here to the Google, though. I'm going to get into a few more retros. Vintage retro sci-fi. This is art on Pinterest. I'm going to pull these off here and see if I can figure anything out. How about The Gods Hate Kansas?
That's understandable.
I love that about retro, though. You know it?
Yes.
Anthill on. Now, do you
anthill.
recognize the fantastic story right here? This one right here is a picture, and we'll throw it up if you're watching on YouTube, when we edit it, we'll throw that up in front of us.
I think that was.
Do you remember that? Do you remember the picture though?
Oh, it does look familiar.
It was the one from Back to the Future when he goes.
Oh, okay.
That's the one. That's the one he got. How about
Fantastic Stories was the comic book basically.
Yeah. Okay, so
Illustrated graphic
there's a
novel.
whole bunch of retro stuff right there. Look at that, the old Star Trek. And we didn't even talk
Rocket
about
Man.
that.
Rocket Man.
Yes, Rocket Man.
That was campy and fun.
Now, what do you mean when you say campy again? What does that mean? What about Captain Future? You ever heard of Captain Future?
I don't think so. No, that one I've never heard of.
This one seems to have a lot of stuff on it. I love the names that they...
I should have studied more.
Billy and the Man from Mars. The Mars eats Venus. Mars...
Mars Attacks.
I almost said Captain Future eats Uranus. I didn't. God, they're just crazy. On
thought I would be the one
Facebook,
with the foul mouth.
on Facebook, there's actually a place. I'm going to like the page, the Vault of Retro Sci-Fi
Oh, look at
2.0.
that.
I'm going to like it. I'm going to go.
I have to look that one up now.
I'm going to go into Nerdwave Radio. I'm going to like this page, okay? I'm going to like that page so that I'll be able to follow that.
Cool.
Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Oh, it was. I own that one. Actually, my wife owns that one. She loves it more
Crapper or
than I do.
Keeper?
Keeper.
Okay, geez, sorry
Hello,
about that.
boy,
Man, I didn't know about that. What about Galaxy Ranger?
It
You
does
ever-
not sound familiar.
Intergalactic. Oh, An intergalactic laser video sensation. Look at that.
That's a game.
Beyond the Time Barrier. Ever heard of that one?
No. There's
There-
Rocket Man again.
There's Rocket Man. There's a lot of stuff on here. Go to the Vault of Retro Sci-Fi
I'm gonna
2.0.
check that out.
We're going to... Philip K. Dick, The Divine Invasion. Ooh, there's a Space 1999 stun gun.
I remember the stun gun. That
What
was
about
great.
Strange Adventures? You ever heard of that one?
I think that was another graphic novel type.
Blade Runner. They consider that retro sci-fi on Retro Sci-Fi 2.0. Is
Oh,
that?
do they?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess it could be. 'Cause
How
it's
about
supposed to
one
be the
called-
crowded streets of like China or something?
12 to the Moon.
No.
To the
From
moon,
here,
Alice.
from the Earth to the moon. Not actually retro. It's just old sci-fi.
Okay, that's
But
old.
it's a classic. It's great.
The Thing. Now, do you consider that? Is that?
Well, yeah, yeah. I guess that'd kind of be retro. The original one was really sucked. That was a crapper.
So that one was it. So the original, then we can just flush right down there. That's, that's not
'Cause
it.
the alien was, I think, Jim Garner was his name, the actor.
James Garner, yeah.
No, not James Garner.
James Garner was
he
an
went
actor.
on to play the sheriff in Gunsmoke. He played the sheriff in Gunsmoke.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He got. I think that was his start. He played this alien. He looked like a giant carrot.
No kidding.
It was horrible.
Fantastic. Retro Sci-Fi 2.0 on Facebook. We just went in and liked it. You got to check it out. Hey, we're going to play a game real quick. And it has nothing to do with retro sci-fi, except I was thinking retro, I was thinking old, I was thinking old things that I liked to eat. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get something for Terry to eat, and then he's got to figure it out. And I thought to myself, what did I like when I was a kid, back in retro time? You know, that whole deal. I thought
Right.
jelly beans. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to name the bean.
Yeah,
Okay?
but jelly beans today are not.
I know, but here's the thing. This is what's going to make it tough. Okay, you're going to close your eyes.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to hand it to you. Okay, and
get you
and
the-
just yeah. I want you to tell me what color.
Oh, I got to tell you what color.
Well, here's the problem. I'm colorblind. So I'm going to find two of them.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Okay, so
Okay.
close
I'm
your
keeping
eyes.
my eyes closed.
I
I'm
have
looking.
no idea if these have any different. Okay, so let me find two that are the same, that look like the same color to me, and then and then what happens is if you look at them, you're like, you idiot, that's not the same color at all. Then we'll do it again. Okay, I think I have two that are the same color. Put your
Will
hand
it be
over
too
here.
disgusting if I
No.
spit it out and look at it and go?
No, there you go. So just
Okay.
close your hand and
right.
then put it. Let's go ahead and eat
All
it.
right,
Don't
my
look
eyes are
at
closed.
it.
I'm not looking.
Now you can open up your eyes and what color do you think?
All right. Let's see.
Name that bean, Terry. Name that bean.
I'm gonna say yellow. Is it a banana?
What does it taste like? Does it taste like something?
Kind of banana-ish. Banana-ish.
It's this color.
Oh, it's pink.
Oh, it's pink. And see, so you would think this would be a cotton candy. Okay, so remember that because I'm going to come back to it. Okay.
It might be a cotton candy.
Okay, so just remember that. How do you get the cotton candy and a? Okay, so
And a banana?
I don't know. I don't know how you cleanse your
it was
palate.
sweet.
Not sure how you cleanse your palate. You got one in there. Name that bean.
Here we go.
Name that jelly bean right there,
You're
brother.
gonna hand me something nasty. one of these
Nope,
times.
no. That's got to be a good one right there. What color do you think that is? Is it tasty?
Actually, it is. I like it
Okay.
better than the pink one.
What do you think it is? What color is that bean?
I haven't got to. I'm gonna go with beige. I don't know.
It's this color.
Green.
It's
Well, I was
green.
close.
Okay, if beige and green are the same color, I think you're going to nail this one. I think you're going to
They're
nail.
forest colors.
I think
They-
you're going
they
to
work
nail
together.
this one. I really do. I think you got this one. I think you got this going on. I don't know if you
Okay.
cleansed your palate or not. Name that bean. I think you can get that one.
Ooh, oh.
Yeah, you know what that is, don't you? Because you
That
hate
was
it.
black.
Yeah, that one is.
That's licorice.
That's licorice right there. Bingo. That's the easy one. Let me see if I got a different color in here. Ooh, I
Oh,
do.
I used to just pull those out and just throw them.
Really? Oh, I love those. Are the best ones. Love
Really?
the licorice. Remember the retro? And you talk about retro. Remember the old blackjack gum?
Yes.
Ah, that was good.
It was a bubble gum.
Well, it was licorice gum. Remember that blackjack?
Oh, yes, that's right. Okay, I'm
remember
thinking
that?
of.
I think you're gonna nail this one.
Oh,
What do you think that is?
I'm gonna say white.
So close.
It's blue.
That's
It's a dark blue. Maybe
okay.
purple.
Okay, good. I was going to say because
Okay, it's a purple.
I didn't see any. Okay, I got one more in here. And you name this bean. Let's see how you can do. Right here, boom.
Well, all I can taste is black.
All right, yeah, but get that out of here. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Name that bean. That's a retro bean right there. People know that one.
People must not mean me.
Yeah.
What
Yep.
is this?
Yeah. That one's tasty.
That is. I'm gonna say white on that one.
By golly, I think you got it right.
Hey.
You got it right. Last one. This is the last color in there. All right. Go ahead.
Well, if nothing else, law of averages said I had to get one of these. Right.
That's exactly right.
I'll just say white on all of them.
Okay, that's it.
All right. Ooh. Oh. Ugh.
I gave you another licorice. That was black
Well,
right there.
You gave me another
That
black
was
one.
black right there. Now, see,
Blech.
remember when that used to be the jelly bean? Now it's all the Harry Potter, eat the mud,
Well, that's what I was
snot,
afraid of.
those types. That's not old-time jelly beans.
No.
These are the old-time jelly beans. The one that you didn't get, or I didn't give you a couple of these, tell me, do they actually taste any different? I mean, do they actually
Well, I don't know.
taste...
All I've got is black jelly bean.
I know it. I gave that to you. I'm so sorry. That'll round
My
it out.
palate is ruined.
That's a what color did I just give you?
That's lemon.
Okay, so you would have gotten that one.
Yeah.
You'd have gotten that
That's
one.
yellow.
What about that one there? What color is that?
Orange.
That's the orange one. What is it? Is it any
I
good?
would think orange.
Does it
No, it
take,
tastes like a grape.
I was going to say, do they actually?
Yeah.
You'd have got those.
I'd have gotten those ones.
You'd have gotten those right
Yeah,
there.
that was orange and lemon.
So the ones that actually, but remember that was the old retro jelly bean, and I came up and I thought, you know what? We're talking retro. What kind of candy could I get? I was going to get you a candy bar, and I thought, no, he'll nail that too easy. What are
Yeah,
the whole bunch of
too
different
many
ones?
of
I thought, name that bean. So we're talking all about retro, and again, we want to remind everybody, if you can get the theme song that we played at the break, email us at nerdwavetonight@gmail.com. You'll have your choice between the first one to email us with the correct answer of what that theme song is, has a choice of any one of these cups that I found at a yard sale that in a box that says Star Wars, or you can have the intergalactic Beat Bleeds Boskas and other common intergalactic verbiage from Star Wars. We'll mail it to you free of charge. So when you talk about, we just got a few minutes left here.
Okay.
How long before things like Transformers become retro, or are
Really,
they
well, if you
already?
yeah, if you talk about the old cartoons, they're almost retro now. Because boy, the Transformers have been out forever.
What about like those? What were those dumb? I even saw that on Facebook the other day. They had, I think it was probably on comingsoon.net or something like that. I can't remember, but it had all of the Power Rangers and what they look like now.
Yeah.
Is Power Rangers is that retro? What isn't retro anymore? What isn't retro?
Well, I guess retro is actually when you take something
Big Hero
modern
6?
and you make it look older.
Uh-huh.
So I guess that would actually be retro.
So there's a difference between retro and old school?
I guess, yeah.
Because you can, so what you're saying is like, if they were to come out with a movie here now that was black and white and had all
Right,
that,
Sky
that's retro.
Captain and the World of Tomorrow. That was retro.
Okay, that's retro.
So, yeah.
That's like a throwback. That's a
Yeah.
new thing
they,
that's
they,
made.
They wanted to make it look like it was done in the 60s.
Okay.
And I think they did a good job.
I think Sci-Fi does that a lot because they either the reboots, of course. Now you talk about all the superhero things, or the Avengers and the Marvels and all that. Is that Sci-Fi to you?
Kind of, yeah, because it's outside the realm of possibility almost.
So there's your line right there. Yeah. It's different than ants that are so plausible.
Yeah, the giant ants are
the
very
giant
plausible.
ants. Anything that is mutated by nuclear bombs
It's
are okay, good to go.
They're irradiated. They're huge.
They're huge, and they're fine.
They're great.
I don't know. Sci-fi is a funny thing to me because
I could be totally
seems
wrong.
You can't be wrong because that's the way that you feel about it. And if somebody comes on and says, no, you're wrong, that's just a bunch of nerd people just sticking their nose in saying, and like they have all the answers.
It's my opinion. There you go.
There you go. And
It's
if
an
you don't
opinion.
like it, you can email us at nerdwavetonight@gmail.com and we'll tell you why you're wrong.
Yeah, I dare you.
That's exactly right. I'm out for blood here. Out for blood, and a lot of the hardcore nerd people will actually say you have no idea what you're talking about. Because,
More than likely. More than likely.
And here's the thing: I know what I like. I know what I don't like.
Right.
And I don't care. I really don't care. And if that drops us down to 3 listeners, then by golly, hang on, 3 listeners, because we're going for next week. We're going to watch Terry open up this Mountain Dew can that I
And
found.
drink from it.
And drink from it in this from the
That's
Star Wars box.
not happening.
When did episode 1,
that-
The Phantom Menace, come out? Wait, it says, okay, it's got a date on it.
Yeah. When is it?
Just outside the range. December 20th, 1999. Shoot. Missed it by 16 years almost. Doggone it. Just 15 years right there. I think it's still good. Isn't that what it is? A best can or best whatever? That's the date on the bottom. Isn't that what it says? December 20th, 99?
Right. Yeah, I guess so. Best Buy.
Yeah. So there you go. Drink it up quick. It's going bad real quick.
Yeah.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry. We want to thank you for listening to Nerdwave Radio. We're going to be back next Monday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you're watching us on YouTube now, it's probably Wednesday or something like that. Hey, want to wish everybody a very happy St. Patrick's Day. I don't know that that's sci-fi, except for the great show, Leprechaun.
I think that was more horror, too.
Jennifer Aniston. I saw that there was like a Leprechaun 2 and a Leprechaun.
There was. They made quite a few of them.
It's like Chucky's holiday buddy. Can you imagine Chucky
about
and
the
the
same
little
size.
leprechaun guy just running around? Wasn't that
down the
Jennifer
street.
Aniston's like first movie?
I think so.
Leprechaun.
One of her bigger roles, yes.
We're going to be back next Monday. I don't know what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about, hey, maybe we'll talk about some of the news that's going on right now. We're getting closer and closer to May 1st. The Avenger Age of Ultron coming out. That's going to be a fantastic one. We'll talk about all kinds of things nerdy. If you disagree with us, if you want one of these things, go back and listen to Blog Talk Radio. Or if you're watching it on YouTube, go to the break if YouTube will let us put that clip on. And if not, then we'll play a snippet of it. If you guess what it is a theme song to some sort of sci-fi back in time. You get your choice of any one of these Star Wars cups that I got out of my box, my space junk, or an intergalactic guide to the universe. So we have a great time. We may disagree with you. You may disagree with us, and that's fine. You may like sci-fi. You may hate it. You may think that you are the end-all and know-all of nerddom, and if you do, that's fine.
We challenge you.
We challenge you because I like what I like and I hate what I hate, and I draw the line at giant irradiated ants. I'm sorry, there's my line.
They're the bomb.
You can go to the movie. The
Literally,
bit
it
they
was a nuclear
came
bomb.
came from the bomb. I'm Derek. This is Terry. You're listening to Nerdwave Radio. Join us next Monday. For everybody here at Nerdwave Radio, and thank you for listening. Everybody out there, stay nerdy.